Happy FriYay! Hello. Who's out there walking in a spring wonderland? How y'all doing? Are you ready? Who is in the house? Come on in. The water is fine. Just waiting for y'all to get in here. I'm drinking my new hot melt. Hi there, Yvonne. This is our new hot melt. They are running it today. It will be in the shop next week. Everything is going, you guys, I am telling you, I love these guys. I love them. I love them. Jenny is in the house. Yes. Hello, Jenny. Oh, man. Susan's here. Good. Good. So far, I'm seeing a lot of gals who are coming to the virtual Full Bloom event, which I'm really excited about. Yay. Come on in, Marianne. Good afternoon to you, too. Good to see you. I'm so glad everybody's coming in. Well, I mean, where else are we going to be, right? This is the time and place to be here. Are you sharing this, by the way? Keep sharing these. And keep coming to my, I really appreciate it when you guys show up also and share our cooking lessons. We have them every single day on Fridays at 4 p.m. Or not every, I shouldn't say on Fridays. We do it every day. Every day is a cooking lesson. Every day is an opportunity. You're gonna hear all about that today. I only have 2 questions for Q&A today. Can you believe that? Come on in, people. Let's go. We have 11 people in here. 12 people. Come on. I'm just going to keep waiting. Come on in. Yeah, we've got that going on. And what else do we have going on today, too? We had Mark's birthday, by the way. He was very happy. I gave him a mask that's a panda mask. That's so funny. Oh my goodness, he has it on and he said, you may not share this with anyone, but I really want to share it because it was so funny. It was cute. Hi Tay, hi Joanne, good to see you guys. Come on in. Let's get going. There's my girl Gwen is in the house as well. Good to see you, Gwen. Who else is here? It's really slow. Come on in. Yeah, sometimes, Facebook is super bizarre sometimes. Sometimes they show up and sometimes they don't. Hello, she says. Well, you know what our quote of the week is? And I'm just going to dive right in while I am able. Our quote of the week is something that I think is just, almost prophetic. It was from Wayne Dyer. He's been gone now, I think close to 10 years, if not 10 years. Hi, Amy. Hi, Catherine. It says, you cannot always control what happens outside, but you can always control what happens inside. So we can look at that a number of different ways. Hi, Marco. And this is the thing. We can control what happens. We can't control what happens outside of our homes, but we can control what happens inside of our homes. We can't control everybody inside of our homes, but we can control ourselves on the inside. Isn't that so good? Isn't that so good to have that control? And I think that's one of the reasons why a lot of us have eating issues, I see Vanessa and Martha. Susan is here. Thanks for coming by, guys. Yeah, and I think this is why we have these, because it is the ultimate form of control. And, if you've been through it, like a lot of us have, if you've been through an eating issue and addiction and all of that, I feel you. I know how it is, because believe me, it's something you just can't take your guard down from either. It's something that you have to just kind of, not lean into. I hate that so much, but you just have to understand that's part of, your journey. And it doesn't mean it has to be a bad thing, right? It just means that it's part of your journey. 2015, I didn't know that. It was 2015. Yeah, I love Wayne Dyer, and I call Wayne Dyer my writing buddy, believe it or not. because I heard him one time on a podcast. I heard him on something talking about his writing process, and I write a lot the same way that he does. And my mother really loved Wayne Dyer and everything, and I did not appreciate him until much later. And anyway, so when it's time to write, I sit down and I say, "Okay, Mom. Okay, Wayne, let's go," because I believe that I believe they can hear us. So that's just my kooky, crazy thing. So, all right. Where are we with everything? Well, today is Q&A, but every Friday is Q&A. And if you have a nutrition question or a cooking question, and I forgot this, the reason we don't have any questions is I forgot to tell y'all. Hi, Angela and Tracy. Thanks for coming by. Yes, it is just, it's crazy, but it's, we have emails. We get emails every single day, usually asking for questions on nutrition or cooking or whatever. And I have forgotten to even say anything about it all week. So we only have 2 questions. But every Friday is Q&A. And if you have questions, and if you have nutrition or cooking questions or anything like that, just send it to support@savingdinner.com. Every Friday, next Friday, I will answer it. Promise. Girl Scouts honor. Hi, Diane. Don't forget, too, that we ship free. We have some products. We choose products and let you know that we ship free. So right now, we just got a brand new chocolate in. Yay! Chocolate ships free. Unflavored ships free. And so does Fiber Mender 3.0. And I'm writing a new blog post on that right now. And I'm explaining why we have 4 different types of fiber in here and what it does for you. This is 10 grams of fiber, you guys, in a scoop. Poop Queen. That's the word. # Poop Queen. So I just want you to know that I have all of that. Also, there's Lynn. Hi, Lynn. Good to see you. Also, SAME's back in the shop, and so is, we have Get Lean Probiotic is in. Get Lean CLA is in. What else do I have? We have a couple of other things that have come in. And there you have it. There you have it, my friends. Those are some of the things that are in. And I will tell you right now that when you order from us, you are supporting a small business, a woman-owned business. Hello. And one of the most important things that you need to do is support your small businesses in your community, your small online businesses like us. And one of the things that you can do is become a supporter of Saving Dinner. And we're doing that via our Dinner Answers, the most wonderful menu planning application on the planet. We thought of it. Here it is. We're the real ones. And you guys need to get this. It's $7 a month. However you eat is what we send you. Exactly. And then it's custom. You can change it up the way you want it. It's $7 a month. And I'm going to tell you, we will always be $7 a month for you. Once the price goes up, and it will after we're done with COVID-19, when the price goes up, it will not for you. You will have it for life for $7 a month. That's how I am for you. We do not have omega back in. We do not have the omega-3, Bio-omega-3X in yet. But it will be. They're running it today. They will be. You guys, I'm telling you, all the things. And we're knocking ourselves out. We're still working hard. We're still doing our thing. And this is the new reality. This is the new thing. This is where we are right now today. And it's okay. We can handle everything that's been given to us. We're not going to flip out. We're not going to lose it. We're not going to just, become crazy women. We're going to hold our place. We're going to stay calm. We're going to make better choices. That's what I talked about yesterday. Tomorrow's Soulful Saturday, and I've got something juicy and wonderful planned for you. And today, I'm going to be doing I think I'm going to do lentil soup. What do you think of that idea? Why not? I say it's time to do some lentil soup. All right. I have some other things for you. If you want to come April 18th, can you extend it a month after it's lifted? I lost my, I don't know what that means, Jennifer, but yeah, I can. Here's the thing. Full Bloom is coming up on Saturday, April 18th. Okay? Saturday, April 18th. It's going to be bringing your legacy to life now. That's basically what it's about. It's about you. It's about your heart, your beautiful self. It's about you becoming the full bloomed version of yourself. What does that mean exactly? What's your mission? What's your purpose in life? What kind of a legacy do you want to leave? And are you ready to live your legacy right now today? You can sign up for it by going to savingdinner.com/bloom and see the whole thing. It's going to be fun. It's going to be juicy. It's going to be yummy. And we're going to dig right in. And we're doing it like this because, unfortunately, we can't do it in person. But it's going to be great. And I'm so looking forward to it. Also, now is the time to start making those goals, guys. I do them in 90-day segments. 90-day segments make it so that you can handle it, so that you're not like going, oh gosh, this is a whole year and I'm overwhelmed and I've forgotten all about my goals, and then they just go by the wayside. I have a process that works. It's called Take Back Your Life Journal. It's $15 and you can print it off as many times as you want. You can find out about it and you get the training that goes with it, savingdinner.com/journal. You get all the information, the training with it. There's 2 different video trainings with it. And then you just print this stuff out. And here's what I like about it. First of all, you set up your morning and evening routines, just like we learn with FriYay. We call them rituals because they really are the bookends of your life. And then it takes your 90-day goals and chunks them down. And you could take your year goal if you want, then chunk it down to a 90-day goal, and then chunk it down and include it in to your routines. You keep your appointments with yourself, and it just works. And we use this all the time. And this is just such a great way for you to get on top of things. So check it out, savingdinner.com/journal, and you'll find out all about that. The last thing I want to tell you about is something that we put together called Now and Later menus. I did the Now and Later menus so many years ago, but listen to how this works. This is something that's really going to help you out, right? You can cook something now and put it in the freezer bag for later. And I'm not talking about just double cooking something and then freezing it and then reheating it. I'm talking about assembling something raw, putting it in the freezer bag, but doing it at one time. So in other words, this is your meatloaf for tonight. Here's your raw meatloaf going into the freezer. We show you exactly how to do it. I think this is a brilliant way to cook, especially right now. And I've got 4 menu plans like that called the Now and Laters. And usually they sell for, $10 a plan. So it'd be $40. They're on sale for $27. Go to savingdinner.com/now. You will love these plans. I came up with this idea because I was like, man, I don't want to have like a big freezer cooking thing, but I want to do stuff so I can throw some stuff in the freezer and always have a meal available. It's a good time to do it. It's a really good time to do it. Joanne said she loves the Take Back Your Life journal. It's been a big help. Lynn likes hers as well. Yes, they work. It works. Who wants to be overwhelmed? I mean, the word overwhelm overwhelms me. No thanks. All right. So yeah, I'm going to be cooking today at 4:00, and I want you all to be there, and I want you to share it, and I want you to bring the world, and I want us to have a community that's bigger than the galaxy, that's huge, because we're all connected. We're all connected. We're isolated, but we're connected. We are in our own homes, but we're connected. Thank God for Facebook Live, right? And then we get it onto YouTube. We need help. We need to be together. We need to join our little pinkies. You know this? Connect. Pinkies up. We are women who all have hearts, that all have desires, that all have the same thing in mind. We want the very best for our lives. We want the very best for our families. We want to do better. We're not perfectionists, or maybe we're struggling ex-perfectionists, but we can leave it alone. We can leave perfectionism behind and always pursue excellence. And when we pursue excellence and we go after it with everything that we've got, isn't that just the most amazing feeling? I love that. I love that. And I love it when my girls are all here, pinkies up. They're doing it with me. I love it. And if you're wondering what pinkies up is, it's just our connection. It's our connection. We're going to do things excellently. We are going to live our lives to the very best of our ability. We're going to live from our beautiful selves. We are. And we are going to be giving everything we've got to our purpose and to our missions in this life. And we're here, we know, on purpose, put here by God himself. I believe that with all my heart. And I believe that's why you're here too. We do need a pinkies up emoji. Can anybody find one? It would be so good. So it is Q&A today, and I do have a couple of questions, and I'm going to get to them. But if you, and I'm going to also say this, is there something you'd like to see me cook? Let me know. And if it's in my pantry, and it's something that I can make, but if you ask me to make some kind of a casserole with a can of soup, no, is the answer to that. I won't do that. You can find that on the back of a soup. I don't do that stuff. So that would be good. If you have anything like that, any kind of a question or whatever, bring it. Bring it. Kind of a recipe, or this is what I have in my house. What do I do with 6 cans of tuna and 1 can of, Rotel tomatoes? I don't know, but I'll try and figure something out for you. If I don't have that in my house, but I've got all kinds of stuff in my cupboard, and I'm going to start pulling stuff out of the pantry so that I can make some fantastic stuff. Homemade noodles. Oh, I've never made homemade noodles in my life. You know that? And I'm not much of a baker. When I was making Mark's cake yesterday, everybody was telling me, put a towel under the, you can tell. I'm just like, whatever, I'm just going to make this up. Mexican. I can eat Mexican every day as well. I love Mexican. I showed you how to make tacos, and I showed you how to make a crisp shell without deep frying it using mayonnaise. That was such a good tip, wasn't it? Admit it, that was a great tip. Don't you love it when I just give you my best stuff? I have all kinds of stuff like that, and it's just like, oh yeah, I remember this and I remember that. It's just, I'm sure noodles aren't hard to do, but I just don't want to. Can I eat carrots that are starting to grow little hairs? Yes, you can. Use a green, what I do with my carrots is I've got a golden milk recipe. We've got a video on how to make golden milk. It's here in the Facebook, on my Facebook page here. Chicken and wild rice, I can do that. So use the green scrubbies, those Scott's green scrubbies for your carrots, especially if you're eating organic carrots. Scrub them like that, and those little hairs will just go. Oh, Mark loved the cake too. And it's sort of lava-ish cake, and it's not sweet because I cut the sugar in half, but it has little clumps of dark chocolate in it. Pretty good. And then whipped cream on top. And I never got to the frozen raspberry thing. I told him, forget it. It's COVID. We're only doing things with what we have, and I wasn't about to pick out all those berries. If you have pork tenderloin that came out really dry, okay, first of all, I'm going to tell you how not to make it. Never make pork tenderloin in a crock pot. Even if you see a recipe from me like that, send it back to me and say, oh, Leanne, really? Because really, anything super lean should not ever go in a crock pot. When it goes into a crock pot, it dries the heck out. Every time you use anything that's super lean, you should cook on very hot and very fast. Pork chops, pork loins, a tenderloin, a beef tenderloin, anything like that. Very fast, very hot. Because there's not a lot of fat in there, and you just want to get it cooked, right? And it makes such a difference. It keeps the flavor in it, and it keeps it juicy, right? So that's one of the main things. That's one of the biggest things that can really help you out a lot on that. The other questions, let's see. Yeah, see, that's what Lynn was saying. Oh, Laura says she smokes her pork. I'm coming to your house, Laura. I love smoked pork. It's so good. But that's one of the things that you should do. And the other thing is too, with chicken, I know I see people putting chickens into instant pots and into crock pot whole chickens. Don't do that. You want some good flavor? Roast your chicken whole in an oven at 400 degrees. I showed you exactly how to make it. Such good flavor. And then you can take any of the leftover chicken apart. You can take that chicken apart. You can make tacos the next day. You can have chicken salad the next day. Then after that, you've got skeletal remains. What is a skeletal remains good for? You know exactly what I'm going to say, girlfriend. Bone broth. 3 meals, 1 Weasley chicken, rubber chicken. That's my big recipe. Big claim to fame. It was even in Women's Day magazine. Thank you very much. We've got a big green egg. Oh man, I love those big green eggs. I want a big green egg. All right. So I'm going to give you some questions now. You guys ready? This is from Patricia. She said, what mineral and vitamin am I missing if I have ridges in my nails? Well, it's like this. They say it's a part of aging, the aging process, which is kind of a bummer. It's also could be riboflavin. Which is a B vitamin. I always suggest that you take your B complex every single day. That's going to really help. Also, it could be a sign of anemia. That sometimes is a sign. Now, I'm assuming that you're talking vertical ridges. If you've got ridges going the other way, that could be heart issues and what have you. But most people have, the vertical ridges on their nails, and that's a sign of either anemia. It could be rheumatoid arthritis, or the way that you do it. The other thing is B complex. So my high recommendation is always collagen. Make sure that you're taking your B vitamins, and biotin really helps with your hair and nails as well. Our beauty support is really good, but I don't even know that we have any beauty support right now. No, we don't have it. Sorry. I wish we did, because I'm out completely. And I love that stuff. I think it's just amazing. But yeah, absolutely. The thing is, as you get older, your nails get a little bit ridgy, but it shouldn't be too bad. And if you're taking your B complex every single day, like I want you to, and make sure you're taking a methylated B complex, methylated Bs. Those are going to be on the way, and that's under a different labeling. Wait till you see what we've got. Those are going to be run on April 17th. We've got a date set for those. And that's going to be, Marla and I are doing some supplements together. And you'll find out all about them. Anyway, so that's how you deal with that. You can buff your nails so it doesn't look quite so bad. There's a buffing kit that you can buy if they're really ridgy, but make sure you're doing Bs, a B complex, methylated B. Is that the same with splitting nails? Yes, exactly. So what I would also suggest that you do is you can take some extra biotin. When we get beauty support back in the shop, which we will shortly, beauty support is just really wonderful for that because it has a little extra biotin. Now, you know what, Joanne, we are out. Butcher Box asked us not to send anymore. They're completely swamped. So I wish I had the code for you. I don't think they're taking anymore, but they sent us a note saying don't send us any more orders. Can you imagine being that busy? They are. They just, they're selling out like everybody else is. And supplements are really hard to come by. So that's why we are so grateful for the company that we're working with. And basically they're helping us. We can put together a bunch of different stuff. And I am right now working with the formulator to put together a zinc and C formula, because zinc and C together are just absolutely amazing for your immune system. So there you go. All right, what else do we have here? This is from Tay. I saw Tay here. She said, okay, this is a big question. My question is, how do I motivate myself to enjoy cooking for my picky eater son? I enjoy all kinds of food, including one-pot meals. My 16-year-old son, who's the youngest of 3 and the only one at home, is the opposite. He'll eat meat that can be sliced, hamburgers or chicken burgers, chicken nuggets, broccoli, peas, corn, and a few fruits. And, of course, certain desserts and chips. I've allowed myself to become discouraged about cooking because he doesn't appreciate meals I love to cook, not even spaghetti. He won't eat leftovers unless it's burgers, but he gets sick of those pretty quick. He loves fried potatoes. I'm in a rut, and when I looked at dinner answer sample menu, I was excited for me, but then discouraged that my son is not likely to enjoy many of the meals. Thank you, Leanne, for all you do, and thanks to your crew, too. Well, our crew says thank you, too. I can say that. What was this here? I have never heard of that, about biotin and, no, whatever. Okay, sorry. So here's what I would say to that, about that, okay? I think that people have a tendency to stay in their ruts, because this is what, that's what ruts are. They are created and they're really hard to get out. So here's what you need to do. And this is for everyone. Okay. Bring your son into the kitchen. And I'm not kidding you, Tay. I know he's 16, but it's time to learn skills. Teach him how to cook. Teach him how to cook. Bring him with him. You can take everything. You can take everything in there. You can take every child that you have into the kitchen and teach them how to cook. It's time for them to learn. This is a life skill. And I will tell you, the thing that I learned this when my son was 7 years old. This is 21 years ago. He's 28 now. When hands are on their food and they're preparing it themselves, they suddenly become a whole lot less picky. So I had my son at 7 years old. I raised my children and said they were not going to be picky eaters. I was a horribly picky eater, but my family also way overcooked vegetables. I decided that my children were not going to be picky, and it's worked out pretty well. It's worked out pretty well. But on the other side of it is, I made them eat. I made them cook, and I made them eat what they cooked. And I didn't do it in a really negative, awful thing. I did it in a way that was fun. They had their own aprons. Now I know at 16 years old, him having his own decorated apron and a little step stool isn't going to be fun, but that's what I did for my younger kids. When you bring your children into the kitchen, just say, okay, this is what we're going to be cooking today, and I want you to make it. I will be your sous chef, and you can be the guy in charge. At 16 years old, kind of be able to do that. Have him read through the recipe first. This is one of the, it's interesting to me that people will start a recipe without reading it first. How do you do that? Because you might find yourself all of a sudden at step 3 going, oh, shoot, that butter was supposed to be softened, So it's a really important thing. And you can teach them how to cook and just tell them, I want you to learn how to do laundry and I want you to learn how to cook, but you gotta get them into the kitchen. I call it hands-on nutrition. And it's hands-on life skill. This is important. My children both left the house knowing full on how to make dinner for themselves, how to cook breakfast, how to go grocery shopping, how to pick out good vegetables. This is how it's done. When you give him that skill, they will get out of their ruts. I promise you, they'll get out of their ruts. Now, for the younger children, you just keep introducing it. You just keep introducing it. You just keep introducing that food. And eventually, they will start to eat that food. Sometimes it can take up to 7 to 10 times of introducing a food to a child. Doesn't that sound horrible? It does, doesn't it? But it's up to us as the adult. We're the only adults in the room to be that persistent. And just this time try it with this time try it with that. And I will tell you another thing that kids like, sauces, give them a dip. I had a little thing that a Dr. Susie thing that I did with, will he eat it with a dip? Will he eat it with a chip? Kind of a thing that I did in my very first book, Healthy Foods. And it was try these different things. Give them toothpicks to stab things. Teach them everything. Teach them everything. Teach them chopping skills. Teach them how to saute. Teach them all the things. And I promise you this. When you bring them into the kitchen and you're having them weigh and measure and everything, they're going to be really quite curious how it's going to taste, even if it's something that they're not exactly on board with. Now, at 7 years old, I made sure that my children would eat everything. It was just part of the way we did things. You must eat this food. This is, it's this, or if you choose not to eat, you're choosing not to eat. I didn't give them a default peanut butter and jelly sandwich. I was very kind about it. I was never a shrew. I always said, you can choose whatever, you can choose to eat or you can choose not to eat. It's totally up to you. But you always make sure that there's something on their plate that they will eat, right? And I don't mean put gummy bears on there or, that kind of a thing. But just make sure that you're constantly reintroducing that food. For older children, just have them try cooking. And here's what happens. My son at 7 years old, first of all, I'm going to tell you the story about him. At 7 years old, he would not eat a salad. Now, he'd eat a sweet potato, he'd eat cooked broccoli, he'd eat almost anything I'd put out there, but he just had this thing about salad. So I brought him into the kitchen and I made him make the salad. And he was just like, me? I don't want to make the salad. I don't like salad. And I said, it's your turn to cook, so you're going to make the salad. And I said, you can put anything you want in that salad, anything, as long as, whatever. And so he went into I told him just whatever, go, as long as it has lettuce. He went in, he got the salad out, and he put all the stuff in there. Now, nowadays, you can order from Amazon these little plastic chef knives that will not chop a finger off, right? So Peter, we didn't use that at the time. We only had the pumpkin carving knives. So he used the pumpkin carving knife and he chopped it up. We had pieces of carrot this big in the salad. He put everything into the salad. He had 3 helpings himself at the dinner table, and he's asked everybody, Mom, how'd you like my salad? Dad, how'd you like my salad? I made the salad tonight. Caroline, what'd you think of the salad? He was so excited about that salad. And even with a 16-year-old, there is pride of ownership in making something. So start with something. What I would suggest, hey, is starting with something that it would be right along his likability. If he likes chicken nuggets, do some homemade chicken nuggets and have him make them, right? Easy. It's easy. Ask him to make the chicken nuggets. And then go into making some burgers and making some other things. And then just say, Wednesday night's your night. You make dinner every Wednesday night. Or you make dinner Wednesday, by the time this is over, you're going to be the chef in our family. Well, maybe not every night, but you do that. And then you do the menu planning and you bring in something that he won't eat and have him make it and see what happens. Because I guarantee you that there's a certain amount of flexibility that we all have, right? And we need to have. But when you have people participating and cooperating, and then you get your husband on board, get the other kids on, whomever on board, like, this is the best thing I've ever put in my mouth kind of a thing, he is going to be all over it like white on rice. I understand how it is. And I understand we all get in our little ruts. We all have certain things that we want to eat or not eat or whatever. But there's a lot that we also, I have cans of tuna. I'm going to probably make some kind of a tuna casserole and show you how to make that. Because I actually won a cooking contest years and years ago. It was called Not Your Mother's Tuna Casserole. So I may do that. I might do it again. And here's the thing, you guys. We are doing things that maybe we're not necessarily all eating like we used to. I mean, we're eating. I've got rice. We had rice last night. And I was just like, okay, because I'm out of cauli rice. And I'm not going to send Mark to the market for something that, is not there. And it's interesting. I've been tolerating this a whole lot better than I ever thought. You guys, a bald-headed eagle just flew by my window. I'm not even kidding you. A bald-headed eagle. Wow, I want to sing the Star-Spangled Banner or something. But anyway, it's an interesting thing that what I don't even know where I was with this, but there's some interesting food that you can cook, and it's right out of your pantry. We need to be cooking right out of our pantries. We need to be using up the stuff that we've had in our pantries. It's just, this is the way it is. And, we just make do. And what I do is just, I go with an itty bitty thing of rice and like last night we had, do you remember that chicken curry that I made? Well, I made that with scallops. Mark wanted scallops last night. And I was just like looking around and I said, I just don't want to make any. He wanted it with pasta, but I was just like, no, no pasta. And so we did the rice. I made a little bit of rice and tons of vegetables, beautiful scallops, and this delicious curry sauce. It was wonderful. We loved it. So that's what we're going to do. Oh, there we go. There's Tay. I'm glad you liked that. Good, 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 good. Yeah, definitely. Definitely. They're quarantined, but they're all with each other. That's fine. See, there we go. Piper loves it. Piper loves the meatloaf. They kept reintroducing it. And here's the thing. You want to know what the killer is to this whole thing? I'm going to give you guys, this is it in a nutshell. You can take this to the bank. The reason why the kids push back so hard is because we're pushing so hard at them. And instead of being kind, instead of saying, oh, yep, it's salmon again. Yeah, we're going to try the salmon. We become, no, you're going to try it. Blah, 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 blah. And we just become like these horrible people. We morph into monsters, thinking that it's our duty to make sure that that passes their lips, that they need to eat it, or they're just going to become horrible human beings. If we are just kind about it and just let them know this is something that they can expect, mom's not going to give up on this salmon, then it's good. You'll be surprised. You will break them down. They're going to hold a hard line, but you're bigger. You're the adult. You have the capability. And I will say this is with my last dying breath. You are not a short order cook. And do not, kids, what's that? Chicken nuggets and corn? Come on. No. Go with real food. Give them green things to eat and expect that they're going to eat them. Give them dips if you need to. Give them ketchup. I don't care. But the point is you need to train their palates, right? They're always going to default. They're always going to want, the Happy Meal. They're always going to eat all the garbage easily. It's manipulated to do that. This is why kids get addicted to this stuff. But we also, remember this, we have a horrible obesity problem in this country with our children even. They need to be taught to eat real food. And the best person to do that's you. You've been crowned. That's right. You have been crowned. There it is. You have been crowned the queen of cooking and the queen of teaching your children to eat. It's up to you. It's up to you, and you can do it in a very kind way. It's just on a daily basis it needs to be done. On a daily basis you need to start pushing that envelope a little bit. And it's exactly right. Tay just said it. Fast food habits deaden the palate. And food, you know what? Everybody loves chicken nuggets. Everybody loves pizza. We don't have to train anybody to eat that stuff, right? But we do have to train them to eat salmon. We do have to train them to eat broccoli. We do have to train them to eat green things and to love them. The best possible teaching tool is bringing them in the kitchen and teaching them how to do it themselves and making a big fuss over how wonderfully they did it. We can't do this. We cannot abdicate this to somebody else to teach them. It's only you. This is a good question. Lynn said, what about autistic children? Texture's an issue. And I get it. There's limited foods with autistic children, but still, you can work with them. And if your grandson is in the kitchen and cooking, maybe there's a different way you can do it. Like, I will give you an example. Zucchini. If you just chop up zucchini and you stick it into a sauce, steam the zucchini. Who wants to eat that? But if you cook it, grate it, and saute it up with some other things, a whole different texture. That helps a lot. And if you get your grandson in the kitchen cooking, autistic or not, every kid loves to be the star of his own show. And I would film him. I would say, you know, and do a Facebook Live on him. We have so much power, you guys. We have so many different abilities, and we are the ones who are going to be held in account for this kid. You don't want your child at their wedding eating chicken nuggets and French fries at their wedding, because that's the only thing they'll eat. There's a ton of kids out there who have absolutely no palates, and the only reason they have no palates is because they default to easy. Parents default to easy, or they're too busy on their freaking phones to get off their phones and to do something about it. But you have the ability to teach them. You have the time to teach them. You have everything at your fingertips. And just think of it, if they don't like it a certain way, then you get it another way. And everybody who has children, you should be going onto Amazon for $8. You can order these knives in graduated sizes for children that they can use safely. They will not cut a finger off, I promise you. $8. When I go to birthday parties that have little kids, that's what I get them. And I tell that mama, you better be teaching your kid how to cook. When you teach your children how to cook, it's like teaching your children how to floss their teeth, right? You want them to floss their teeth because it's hygiene. It's a life skill. It's going to keep their teeth. You want them to learn to cook because this is a life skill. It's hygiene. And this is how they keep their health. You know, I think about all these people right now. Here we are in the midst of COVID-19, you know, blah. Think about it right now. Think about it right now. Right now, they're scampering. They're going, oh my gosh, they're dollars. I mean, how do you have that much money that you can eat out every single night or order takeout every single night or default to going to just cheap, crappy, you know, takeout or drive-through food? There's a reason why people are struggling with their weight, struggling with their health. There's no nutrition there. We've got to get back to basics. And getting back to basics is getting back to the stovetop. It's learning a few choice skills. It's being able to go into your cupboard, pull something out, and say, ta-da, here's dinner. And it not taste like caca. You know, we don't need that. And that's one of the reasons why I'm doing you know, I will tell you, I use my cookbooks, garlic lime chicken, you betcha. I've made that, I can't even tell you how many times. I've made a lot of our recipes, and I use recipes, and I'll follow a recipe. But I also want to be able to walk into a kitchen, open up the cupboards, open up the refrigerator and go, all right, this, that, and ta-da, dinner. And will I ever repeat it again? Maybe. You know, Mark might say, hey, this is really good. Let's do this again. All right, I'm going to have to remember that. But you understand what I'm saying? If you're in this place without skills, then it's time to learn them. And now you have the time to learn them. I want you to have menu plans. I want you to have something in the freezer. But I also want you to have the skills that you can pull a rabbit out of your hat if you need to. That you get some tuna and you're going to know what to do with that can of tuna. And not just make tuna salad either. Intuitive cooking, exactly. And this is the reason why I teach every single day at 4:00, because I want you to have these skills. This is the single solitary reason why I say write it down or just watch me without a printed recipe, because I want you to understand that you gotta be able to pull a rabbit out of your hat sometimes. This is important. This is how it works. Use a recipe now. If you need to throw together a quick dinner, you're going to know how to do it. You're going to know what spices to pull out. You're going to know how to saute. You're going to know how to use a crock pot or when not to use a crock pot. You're going to understand about cuts of meat, and you're going to understand how to use the stuff up that's in your pantry. Amen. I got to preaching. Yolanda said, just got the new fiber mender, different color and amount. What's better? This stuff is thebomb.com. And wait do you hear, wait do you see the blog post that's coming out. Just use 1 scoop. It's 10 grams of fiber in a scoop. 10 grams. Who wants to be a poop queen? Who wants pinkies up if you want to be a poop queen? I'm telling you, I want to be a poop queen. This is what we do. This is what we do, guys. And I really appreciate you guys showing up. I appreciate that you shared this. And I appreciate all the brand new members that just came aboard to support Saving Dinner. If you want to be a supporter of Saving Dinner, get dinner answers right now. Right now, go to savingdinner.com and order it. It's $7 a month. Not only are you going to get menus, recipes, and shopping lists exactly the way you eat, to your taste, every single week, but you're also going to be supporting a small woman-owned business with all women employees, by the way. All women. We don't count Mark. We love Mark. He does all our distribution. Pinkies up. Bless you guys. God bless you all. Thank you for supporting Saving Dinner. I love you all. I will see you at 4 o'clock. I have no idea what I'm making. It could be lentil soup. It could be, you know what? Maybe I should do cabbage rolls. I do cabbage rolls I do an open-faced cabbage roll. I think you'd like that too. Tuna? I don't know. You'll have to show up. I will see you at 4 o'clock in my kitchen. Share this video and share the video at 4 o'clock Eastern. You're the best, Joanne. Love you so much. Cabbage rolls. Pinkies up, girls. I'll see you at 4. Peace.